Hey there, welcome to my channel. Today let's travel back to the Bronze Age in Anatolia to explore the Hittite Empire. Let's get into it. So the Hittites were an Indo-European people who migrated to Anatolia, modern Turkey, around 2000 BCE from regions beyond the Black Sea. They merged with the indigenous Hattusa people and their empire flourished until about 1200 BC. The Hittite capital, Hattusa, became a fortress city controlling vital trade routes between the Mediterranean and the Near East. Under King Laban I, later known as Hattusili I, who reigned from about 1650 to 1620 BCE. The Old Kingdom of the Hittites was founded when he conquered central Anatolia. Then came Mursili I, who reigned from about 1620 to 1590 BCE and expanded the empire. He famously sacked Aleppo and Babylon in 1595 BCE before his assassination triggered a century of dynastic strife. The New Kingdom or Empire period began with Suppiluliuma I reigning from about 1344 to 1322 BCE. This marked the peak of Hittite power. He dominated Syria and challenged Egypt. His son Mursili II maintained this dominance until invasions from the east and internal conflicts caused the empire's collapse. By about 1160 BCE, Hittite military success stemmed from their pioneering use of lightweight, maneuverable chariots pulled by two horses, typically with a crew of three, the driver and two others, one to wield an archer and the other armed with a shield. This innovation gave them a tactical edge in battles like Kadesh in 1274 BCE. There they fought to a standstill against Egypt's Ramses II. The ensuing Treaty of Kadesh, the earliest known peace treaty, was a testament to this stalemate. It was inscribed in both Egyptian hieroglyphs and Hittite cuneiform, outlining mutual defense clauses and demonstrating the Hittites' diplomatic prowess. They maintained extensive networks with states across the Near East, including Assyria, Babylon, and Egypt, and they communicated via Akkadian language, clay tablets, negotiating marriages, and trade agreements. In terms of society, the Hittites were a constitutional monarchy. Kings ruled as first among equals, advised by the Pancus, a council of nobles. The Edict of Telepino, issued around 1500 BCE, aimed to prevent dynastic conflicts by regulating succession. Their legal code, progressive for its time, emphasized restitution over retribution. For instance, if a person was found stealing a sheep, they would have to pay a fine to the owner rather than being put to death. However, the severity of the penalty depended on the social status of the victim. The Hittite economy was primarily barter-based, using silver, copper, and bronze. While they controlled important iron deposits in Anatolia, their supposed monopoly on iron technology is debatable. The Hittites followed a syncretic pantheon with over 1,000 deities, blending elements of local Hashan and Hurrian religions, such as the storm god Tahant. The Hurrians, who arrived in Anatolia around 1600 BCE, had a significant influence on Hittite culture and religion. The most prominent god in the empire period was Teshebay, originally a Hurrian storm god. Over time, the Hittites made him central to their religion, associating him with kingship and power. Hittite art included monumental gates like the Lion Gate at Hattusa, rock reliefs at Yatsalakhaya, and small gold figurines of deities. Many temples doubled as economic centers, a blend of religion and commerce. The Hittites spoke Hittite, also known as Mursili, the oldest attested Indo-European language. They wrote in cuneiform, which was deciphered in 1916 by Bedřich Hosner, using bilingual texts that included Akkadian. Around 1200 BCE, the empire collapsed due to a combination of factors, including invasions from the mysterious sea peoples, Phrygian migrations, Assyrian expansion, and possibly a drought. Hattusa was abandoned after being destroyed by fire. However, some Hittites survived and regrouped, forming small Syro-Hittite kingdoms such as Carchemish, until they were absorbed by Assyria around 710 BCE. The Hittites were rediscovered in 1834 when Charles Texier found ruins at Hattusa, but he misidentified them. It was NT until 1906 to 1912, when Hugo Winkler excavated more than 10,000 tablets at Hattusa, that the true scale and grandeur of the empire were confirmed. Today, many Hittite artifacts are housed in Turkey's Museum of Anatolian Civilizations in Ankara, and several banks and institutions bear Hittite names such as Etibank. So why do the Hittites matter? They pioneered constitutional governance and international diplomacy, influencing Near Eastern law and even inspiring elements of Assyrian administration. Their syncretism of cultures set a template for multicultural empires. and their sudden collapse serves as a reminder of the fragility of even the most powerful Bronze Age states. As historian Trevor Bryce notes, they were masters of pragmatic statecraft, turning military might into enduring treaties, a legacy that echoed through the ancient world, etched in both clay and stone. Thanks for joining me on this journey through time. If you want to explore further, check out the links in the description below, and be sure to subscribe for more exciting historical tales. Until next time, stay curious.